See, I want to make cooler entrances, but the shadow always messes it up. Like, just like the outro of the last video. Let's hop straight into it. It's your boy Hero. You already know who I am. This is Popsicle. You already know where you're at, so let's go. We open the show with a dope tag match for the tag titles. It was SCU taking on the team of Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega. It was a great match, great action. You already know. Page and Omega in that match. Come on. SCU, come on. Come on. Scorpio Sky definitely deserves his own decent single run. Like after that whole thing with Chris Jericho, I definitely believe that he deserves his own little run. Now, I commented on this on the last review that they had a little bit of chemistry, but I did not expect for them to actually win the gold. Like, wow, that came out of nowhere. So good job, AEW, keeping it fresh, keeping it unpredictable, and yeah, you guys are always doing it. And the celebration, you see Hangman, he doesn't really celebrate too long with Omega. They don't even really raise the titles together. So it's always these small little things when it comes to Hangman and his upcoming heel turn. You know it's coming. We all know it's coming. But it's always those small things that show like, yo, this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to character. I love it. He gets crowd surfed. It's awesome. I love it. He's drinking more beer with the fans and whatnot. I just love Paige. Paige is he's awesome. Omega's just in the ring like, aren't we supposed to be, okay, what, all right. It's a great match. You already know who won. Title of the video, Tag Champs, new Tag Champs. So, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, congratulations, new Tag Champs. Then next up after that, we got a match with, I don't even remember her name, something Kelly, I don't fucking know. And Dr. Britt Baker. I skipped the match. I'm sorry, I skipped the match. It was boring. I'm sorry. That's just, there was no intrigue. There was no reason for me to actually sit there and watch through that whole thing. So I skipped through the match. Now, I was going to say that Dr. Britt Baker is getting boring. But after is where it got good, because Britt Baker got interviewed by Tony Schiavone, and as soon as he got on the mic and everything, she just started running him down, alluding to the fact that he used to be a barista, he used to work at Starbucks, pretty much running him down, and because he ended up pointing out the fact that at the end of the match, she was getting cheap, she was getting dirty, which plays into a heel turn. We've seen her get a little rough around the edges. She's starting to be a little mean. She's starting to get a little upset. We saw that she wasn't the happiest after that fatal four-way. She confronted Riho, all aggressive like. So we see that Dr. Britt Baker's turning heel, and I actually think she would be better as a heel. The face turn, yeah, she's a dentist, strong woman, somebody to look up to, but that just isn't enough for me. So the fact that she's actually turned heel, it's giving her character, making her interesting. So, thumbs up for me. Then we got a video package of Jungle Jack Perry. Inspirational, I guess, but skippable, because that's what I did. Skipped it. Was talking with JR in an empty arena. That's always how you tug on the heartstrings. You talk to somebody in an empty arena, right in the middle of the ring, so that's truly where your heart is. But all in all, that video package was to lead to the six-man tag, Jurassic Express versus Santana and Ortiz and Le Champion Chris Jericho. You already know. This is a fun, good match. Not really much to say. Honestly, this is how it's gonna be for most of the matches in the show, because it was a good Dynamite. It was an okay Dynamite, but it wasn't like, whoa, blowout, standout. It wasn't last week. I'm sorry, it just wasn't last week. Most I can say about this match is Jungle Jack, he's really he got most of the offense in, especially on Chris Jericho, to show it wasn't just a fluke, me lasting 10 minutes with you. It does seem like it requires teamwork for him to get over, but over Chris Jericho. But he's showing that even if it's a tag match, just me and you in the ring, I can show you look here's what I can do. So I like that. Hot tag always goes to Luchasaurus. He comes in, big spots, tail whips, and it clears out the ring. Then he has a little brawl outside with Jake Hager. Tags in Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt does a whole bunch of big moves and near falls on Chris Jericho. I liked it. I'm not a big fan of Marco Stunt, but when he shows the little guy can do more than you think kind of shtick, I like it. It's pretty cool. Near falls. Judas effect, gone, out. 1, 2, 3. The inner circle goes over. Chris Jericho after the match, he celebrates with a little bit of the bubbly. He's sipping on that champagne that he sells now. It was smart that he really got into that. That meme really got champagne over. Like he didn't even need to make it, but it was just capitalism. After that, we had MJF taking on Joey Janela. Joey, there's something that you need to tweak. There's something that you need to work on, and this is just constructive criticism. There's something you're lacking, and you're just not fully connecting. But once you find out what it is, you'll be there, man. Because I see that you got your Macho Man Randy Savage influence. I see that heavy, and I feel like if you were to really channel it, you could get over so well. So keep working on your character, keep working on your promo skills, and you'll get there, man. You'll really get there. I'm pulling for you. I'm rooting for you because I really think that you're a good hand when it comes to AEW. So just work on yourself. It was okay. It was an okay match. Not much to say. Kip Sabian comes out with Penelope Ford. They just come out on the ramp, start swapping the spit, making out. It was disgusting, but it was a good enough a distraction for Joey Janela. He misses his elbow off the rope, up the top, gets the double cross as they're calling it, instead of, that's MJF's version of Crossroads. 1, 2, 3, MJF goes over. It's a win for MJF. It was a good way to get a win over, give him a W, but Kip Sabian and Joey Janela, I'm not that invested. You gotta provide something more to this. But as soon as MJF celebrates his win, he grabs a mic, gets on the mic, and just starts, already talking about Cody, saying that you can't touch me no matter what. Heel talk, blah, blah, blah. And then Cody comes out, and I expected this to be a brawl or something, so it'll stall more for the pay-per-view. So he's like, oh, you put your hands on me. But no, they just talk and stare down, engage in words, yada yada, the usual, and then he tells him he's trying to egg Cody on. Come on, do something. I'm ready. I'm right here, right on the chin. And then Cody grabs the mic, or the mic that MJF disrespectfully dropped in front of him and kicked him while he tried to pick it up. But Cody gets on the mic and he says, "It's true. I can't touch you, but they can." And you see the Young Bucks in the background just creepily sneaking up on MJF, and then he gets a super kick for his troubles by both the Young Bucks, and then they decide, hey, let's toss this guy in the pool. So they walk him over, and they just right into the pool, and they make a joke that he can't swim. It was pretty funny. And last but certainly not least, we got the #1 contenders match between the Bastard Pac and Gian.
20 minutes later.
At this point, I'm going to get tired of saying it was a good match, because that's all AEW knows how to do, is put on good matches. So you already got those two names. Come on, man. Those two names in the ring with it. Come on. Pac, Jon Moxley. It was great. You already know it was phenomenal. It was great match. Great match. Fighting, fists, whatever. Big moves, yada, yada, yada. First of all, the whole entire match, Pac was working on that left eye of Jon Moxley, that bandage covered up left eye that, Chris Jericho stabbed with a jacket spike. Yes, that is exactly what that was. He was working over that eye, which was great in-ring work. It was storytelling at its best. It's just good stuff. And then at a certain point, he just says, fuck it. Rips the Band-Aid off, just starts hammering away on the eye, exposed with his fists. It was just, it looked brutal. But eventually, Jon Moxley gets the upper hand. Paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3. We have a new #1 contender. So we all saw it coming, because they already had the Inner Circle storyline going on with Jon Moxley. So this should be a good match at Revolution. And that was your review. I would have to give it 6.5, being generous. It was an okay show, I definitely liked the setting, the cruise. I can't wait to see that as a stage in the game. When they make an AEW game, there better be that. I want to see the Bash at the Beach, or whatever they called that, and then the Rock and Racing Cruise, because I really like this setup. It was great. So, AEW, I'm waiting on that game. Thanks for joining me. I've been your boy Hero, you already know. Support the channel, like, subscribe, comment, whatever, you already know. And that was it. Deuces. Shadow again. Oh!